Welcome back. It's Wednesday. You know what that means. Plant and garden expert Craig Hignight is joining us live to answer all of your burning questions. Good morning, Craig.
Good morning. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.
Yes, we haven't seen you since before then.
Two weeks off.
Yes.
I almost forgot how to get to the station.
Oh, gosh.
Well, it's good to have you back. And we're taking all of your questions right now through our live stream on the WQAD Facebook page. We're going to start with one from Anita. She says, good morning. Good morning, Anita. She has a hibiscus that is a little dry and a little bit green. What does she do to save it?
Okay, just watch the watering. It is drying out better now that the weather has cooled down and the furnace is running. Just remember that it's not going to use nearly as much water as it did during the summer. So just keep an eye on it. Of course, it should be either in a sunny window or under lights for 16 hours a day. Just remember that right now it's going to dry out. When spring comes, it's going to not dry out quite so much when we shut that furnace off.
This one's from Jen. What are some low maintenance plants for beginner gardeners?
Oh, well, the ironclads are the philodendrons, the pothos, the mother-in-law's tongues, all very popular. Schefflera, ZZ plants. There are a jillion plants out there that are fine for a beginner. Just as a beginner, just don't pick up a juniper evergreen bonsai. That could be a toughie.
All right, we've got a question from Douglas. He says, last November, I dug up some pepper plants from my garden. He is trying to overwinter them in his basement. He says the basement gets a good amount of sunlight. How often should he water them? And when should he stop cutting the leaves off this spring?
Well, the thing is that you want to water, you're going to let them dry down a little bit. You're going to let them go knuckle and a half deep, dry on the surface before you water. Always drain the excess when it comes out the bottom. And as far as pruning, you're not going to do any major pruning until about the 1st of March.
From Jerry in Galesburg, what are the best plants to grow during the winter and how do they thrive in cold conditions?
Well, now when it gets chilly, there are plants that I can tell you not to go near. You don't want to go near African violets. You don't want to go near Dieffenbachias. But there again, the ironclads that I was talking about, the philodendron pothos, mother-in-law's tongues, they should all get by very well on cool temperatures. And believe me, it gets a lot colder in the greenhouse at night than your house is ever going to be, and the plants come through the winter just fine.
All right, we've got a question from Chris in Moline. How can he protect his garden from frost damage?
Well, that is usually a matter of, it all depends on what you're doing. If you're trying to protect evergreens, they should have been sprayed with wilt-proof, or you could put a windscreen around them, some burlap and stakes to keep the wind from blowing through them. As far as the garden, Mother Nature's going to take care of it. I don't think you're going to have any major damage. You've just got to let Mother Nature do her thing.
All right, and this one is from Sandy. How is your cold storage going on your annuals?
Well, right now, I have to admit they aren't looking too great. This winter has been a lot colder, a lot earlier. And I'm talking about the two monster hibiscus in my garage. They're looking pretty sad right now, but we're keeping our fingers crossed. There's always hope.
That's right.
All right, well, we'll be right back. So keep sending your questions in and we'll answer them after this break. Welcome back. We're talking to our plant and garden expert, Craig Hignight, and taking questions through our live stream on the WQAD Facebook page. Okay, really quick, do you want to
Well,
give?
yes, I want to give a shout out to Lou in Walnut, Illinois. We have a super viewer out there. And,
right.
you know, Happy New Year, Lou.
We
Happy
love
New Year,
our
Lou.
Bureau County viewers. Oh
Yes.
my, big News 8 country out there.
Love to hear it. Okay, so our first question is from Harriet. She wants to know, what are the best herbs to grow indoors in winter, and how do I care for them?
Okay, some of the best herbs would be like your basil, parsley, chives should do well on a windowsill. The rosemary can be a little touchy. Don't get it too wet. It's not going to like wet feet, but it's like any other houseplant. As much light as you can possibly give them. Keep the humidity up. Remember, your house is awfully dry right now. Let them dry down properly, water thoroughly, drain the excess. That is the biggie right there.
From Mary, my daffodils are peeking out. Should I do something or let Mother Nature do her thing?
Mother Nature is going to take care of those. You might get a little tip burn on those leaves that have poked up above the ground. Do not touch them. They're like glass. You touch them, they break, they're gone. So just let Mother Nature take her course. The blooms aren't going to come up until spring gets here.
Okay, and Lisa wants to know, can I trim my lilac bush now?
Yes, but you've got to be very careful. We would normally trim after it gets done with its flush of bloom in the spring. Now, if this is a heavy pruning that you're going to have to do, yes, now would be the time to do it, but it's like any other shrub. You never take off more than a third of the entire height of the plant in any 1 year.
This is from Sandy. How do I get rid of lamb's ear? It spreads so much.
Lamb's ear, well, that's a good one for the weed-free zone. It's a broadleaf weed, and you can start spraying as soon as the nighttime temperature is above 40 degrees consistently. This is a chemical that works at a little cooler temperature than many of the other chemicals do. That's weed-free zone above 40 degrees. Of course, keep it off the good guys.
James wants to know, do we need to fertilize our houseplants during the winter?
Occasionally. We cut way back. The house plants are kind of coasting through the winter. Usually I suggest fertilizing about every 3 weeks during the summer. During the winter, you're going to cut that back to maybe once every 4 to 6 weeks.
From Colleen, I will be moving my 7-foot-tall Hawaiian Schefflera.
Schefflera.
How do I protect it in this cold?
Okay, what you're going to do, it's going to be just like moving a baby, except you're not going to wrap a baby in plastic. That's the first thing you're going to do with the Schefflera, is wrap it in plastic, draw it up. That's the nice thing about plants. They do fold up, and then get a nice comforter or heavy blanket, wrap it around it, tie it in place, and as long as you hustle from the house to the vehicle, which should be warm, you don't want to freeze it, and then back into your new abode, the plant shouldn't have any problem at all. Believe me, they're shipping plants up out of Florida at this time of the year, but they always come in a heated truck, and they're always very well packaged.
All right, we'll
Very
be
good.
sure to join our Facebook Live with Craig each and every Wednesday. There you can submit your questions and be part of the conversation. Thank you so much, Craig, for joining us. All right, and here's a live look at our Bridgepoint camera in downtown Moline. GMQ Seat 11 will be right back. But first, let's send it over to our friends at ABC with a look at what's coming up on GMA 3. Hey, guys.
Hey there.